Ukrainian paratroopers have reportedly broken through another section of the Russian border in the Kursk region, according to the Airborne Assault Forces of Ukraine on Telegram. The breakthrough was achieved by units of the 95th Separate Assault Brigade, marking the second successful border breach since the start of the operation in the Kursk region of Russia. This is already the second successful operation to breach the Russian border, the message read. Drone footage, which Kyiv Post has not independently verified, shows Ukrainian forces advancing through an open field toward Russian positions. The footage reveals a demining vehicle, possibly a Russian UR-77 Meteorit, or a Western M1150 assault breacher vehicle, followed by a tank clearing a path through a minefield. After the mine barrier was neutralized, Ukrainian assault units were deployed onto Russian territory. The video also captures Ukrainian tank crews engaging a Russian stronghold in the border zone. While the report doesn't specify the precise location or timing of the breach, Ukrainian military bloggers speculate that the breakthrough occurred near Glushkovo. Kyiv Post analysis, referencing NASA firms, Fire Information for Resource Management System, data, also suggests that this area was likely the site of the breakthrough. NASA maps indicate ongoing hostilities in that part of the front. In mid-September, the Khorne Group unit of the 116th Mechanized Brigade reported a successful breach of Russian defenses, penetrating several kilometers into Russian territory in the Kursk region. "We penetrated a new place, for kilometers, into Russia. A group of Russian conscripts of more than 1,000 people under the threat of encirclement," the Khorne Group reported. The Khorne Group shared a 3-minute video showing a Ukrainian armored column passing through the breach and heading toward Veseloe, a town behind Russian positions. According to Forbes analyst David Axe, Ukrainian forces may have reached the southern outskirts of Veseloe. The Institute for the Study of War, ISW, also confirmed that Ukrainian forces continue to advance in the Glushkovsky district of the Kursk region. Kyiv launched its Kursk offensive on August 6, aiming to draw Moscow's forces away from eastern Ukraine, where Russian troops had captured several villages in recent months. The surprise offensive caught the Kremlin off guard, forcing Moscow to quickly dispatch reinforcements. Russia's military command reportedly anticipated a breakthrough on the Kursk front months before it occurred, but orders to reinforce defenses were likely ignored. These insights were obtained from military documents captured by Ukrainian special operations teams in August and shared with The Guardian. One document from June warned of Ukraine's plans to capture Sudzha, a key town with a natural gas metering station, which Ukrainian forces seized early in the incursion. The Guardian could not independently verify the documents, which primarily came from Russia's 488th Guards Motorized Rifle Regiment. According to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Ukraine's offensive in Kursk diverted around 40,000 Russian troops from the main front line. Despite the challenging situation in eastern Donetsk, Ukraine has managed to degrade Russia's combat capabilities, Zelensky said in his address on September 20. Russia claims to have recaptured over a dozen villages in the Kursk region during a counteroffensive, but on September 19, a Ukrainian official reported that this effort had been stopped. They tried to attack from the flanks, but they were stopped there, Oleksiy Dmitrashkivsky, a spokesman for Ukraine's military administration in Kursk, told AFP. According to statements by top Ukrainian leadership, including President Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian army is still battling the Russian military for the initiative in the Kursk region, but Kyiv's forces are still gaining new ground daily. On Tuesday, according to official reports, Armed Forces of Ukraine, AFU troops at the spear tip of the second incursion captured more than 30 square kilometers, 12 square miles, of Russian territory, forced all Russian forces out of the town of Tetkino, and advanced north to within 3 kilometers, 2 miles, of the key road intersection town of Glushkovo. Geolocated individual unit reports and personal comment to social media by Ukrainian soldiers generally supported the Kyiv claims of a balanced battle in progress, and contradicted official Russian media reports that Ukrainian forces in the Kursk region had lost the initiative totally, and that Russian forces were advancing relentlessly. Ukrainian Army Lieutenant Aryem Karakin, in Tuesday comments, said Kyiv's forces were still advancing against mixed resistance, and that residents of the Russian town of Sudzha, now under Ukrainian control for nearly a month, had mostly adjusted to occupation by Kyiv's forces, and that relations between civilians and soldiers were peaceful. Aside from intermittent explosions in the distance from time to time, the situation in the town is quiet, he wrote in a personal blog.
Заряди.
F497, да.